It's getting colder and colder by the day. We're on to day 17. Hope you enjoyed my challenges so far. You'll see some specials coming soon. They're just currently on the edit at the moment, as well as seeing me put some special baubles up onto the tree, but if there's any room. But first, let's find out what today's challenge is. Bit ripped there. Okay. I don't actually recognise this Pokemon. I probably will later today, but it certainly looks like an interesting Pokemon. Maybe that can be one of the things I'll do today, is research who this Pokemon is and what type. But depending on this guy, I mean, he's a cute little teddy bear, so we'll have to see what type of Pokemon he is, because I'm not 100% sure. Whoops. Sorry, Mimikyu. Right, let's find out if the Harry Potter, can't stand up properly, brings us a little bit more of a clue as to what to do. So, Grand's having a nap. So, day 17 is, can you see it? This one here, which is platform 9 3/4. Let's find out if there's anything interesting in platform 9 3/4. Okay. So Hogwarts is my home, and it's a pin of Hagrid, the gamekeeper. That's going to be interesting. So we've got a pin of Hagrid, and we've got a Pokemon that's yet to be identified. I'm going to have to see what type of Pokemon this is first before I make a final decision. But I'll catch up with you guys later when I find out a little bit more and find out what challenge I've got. See you around. Hello everyone. Sorry this video's out so late. Like I said, I need to focus on keeping myself as healthy as possible with my long hours, but I'm getting used to it very, very slowly. Now, the two clues that we had were the pin of Hagrid and a Pokemon that this morning I couldn't recognise, but when I did some research I found out the Pokemon was called Snufful. It's a normal and fighting type and is described as a little teddy bear, at least until it becomes its evolved form. Then it's a very nasty bear. The point I'm trying to make is that I thought I'd do something a little differently for this one, and as we start looking back into what happens in the coming year, I thought it'd be a good idea to sort of go through my top 5 favourite Build-A-Bear bears. Yes, my top 5 Build-A-Bear bears. Now, as you know, throughout the whole of lockdown, I've done a lot of purchases through Build-A-Bear, and I want to give you my top 5 Build-A-Bears of all time, not just from this year, but throughout the whole time that I've been collecting Build-A-Bears, and I've been collecting a few. The videos that I've done for this year are only a snippet of the ones that I have collected throughout the years. So at some point I've got to try and think about getting a new storage box, because my box is kind of full. But let's start from number 5 and go all the way to 1. So my number 5, and he's low because of the quality of him and how I got him. I am trying to see if I can get him fixed. I hope I can. But my number 5 has got to be my little Jolteon. And it is just because of the injury that he's got in his chin. He's absolutely perfect in every way, shape or form.
Now, I've done a video of my unboxing of him, including discovering the little hole in his cheek, and it looks like it just got caught on the box. But what I'm hoping to one day, which I hope to be able to film, is either see if I can get him fixed by Build-A-Bear, there's still negotiations on that, or, and this is an option, see if I can turn this mark here into a lightning bolt, so he looks very unique, because his name is Blade, because his name is Lightning, isn't it? Lightning Sparky, I call him. Maybe sparkling like lightning when I feel like it, but his real name is Lightning. So Lightning here has been in my family for a while, all the way through lockdown, and he's been up on the edge of my bed with most of the rest of my Jolteon friends. Evie's around here somewhere, but I need to go and find him. But Jolteon makes the top 5 just because of the hole in his face. That's the only reason why. Other than that, he's absolutely perfect, just the way he is. Okay, moving on to my number 4, and it is Scar. Scar is in number 4 because of the fact that he is just so completely detailed. He came completely whole. He came with a fantastic song, and he came with one of the most greatest little things in the world. Because he was part of the Lion King collection, that's even special. Because he was part of the Lion King collection, Scar, shush. Because he was part of the Lion King collection, I expected him to be part of the live action Lion King, which is what Simba, Nala, and the adult version of Simba, Nala, and Pumbaa are all from. So I was surprised to find that he's actually based more on the cartoon than the actual live action version, which the others are, including his song, which if you heard the Shenzi version, is actually the song from the cartoon, not the song from the live action. Although I am happy to be corrected. So far no one's corrected me on that. I'm convinced it's from the cartoon. So for that reason, he's in number 4. Okay, number 3, and it is because he is probably one of my favourite to come recently. It is Vaporeon. Now, Vaporeon is one of those type of Pokemon that I would imagine was probably very difficult to make. And he was he's got a huge giant, unlike the others, whereas you saw with Jolteon, he's got the spike, and you can see Flareon behind me, he's just a quick flick of a tail. Vaporeon's got a curvy tail. So this had taken so much detail to make, and it's so worth it. He's got his little fin on the top, which is a little bit squished, but that's from the box. His little flappy ears, his white mane, and he's just absolutely gorgeous and beautifully made. And this is why he is my number 3. He would have made the number 2 spot, but the one I'm putting in number 2 is for a very specific and special reason. It's because of how clever Build-A-Bear was with this one. So my number 2 is, of course, Amelia, the water unicorn. And this is specifically because of something that Build-A-Bear had tried, which I think was a huge success. It's the first time that I'd ever recorded outside of my own bedroom, because it was an unboxing Build-A-Bear. It actually came in a package, and when you buy the package, they open the package, stuff the Build-A-Bear inside. It's got its own little heart, and Olivia's got her own little bow as well. So it came with the Build-A-Bear, which was Amelia, the heart, which goes inside, and an accessory, be it a bow or a hat or a small piece of equipment that would be added to the Build-A-Bear to make it unique. I'd never seen this done at Build-A-Bear before, so I was intrigued when I saw it. It did put me slightly out of my comfort zone because when I did the recording, I had to do it inside the shop. So I had to ask permission from the associate. And the associate was absolutely fine with me recording. She might have got slightly into trouble with her manager, but she was happy for me to record on the condition that I didn't include her in the video, which you see that I didn't. Her voicemail slightly got in, but she herself was not in the video. In fact, she recorded it for me, which shows how unique it was. The other reason that Amelia is in number 2 is because, as you probably saw in the video, at the time I was still in my crutches, and that was incredibly difficult. I rarely went out with my crutch, and I rarely went out with my leg at all because I felt so bad because my mental health had taken such a bad turn because of it. So going out to Build-A-Bear was a huge impact for me to be able to do. I think you remember I brought back Amelia, Carlos, who didn't make top 5. Now, he would have made top 6, but he didn't make top 5. Partly because I currently need him at the moment. He would make my favourites, though. And I think... What was the other one? It was a Pokemon, I know that much. I need to have a look at the video again to say who was with Amelia. I might suddenly remember. No! It was Flareon. I remember. So it was Flareon, Amelia, and Carlos at the time that I brought back, which was a huge impact. The reason I bought Carlos, so I might make him a special edition. So the reason I got Amelia was because it's a unboxing, and it was absolutely fantastic. And I think it's a wonderful achievement. Now, before I go into my number 1, I want to list 2 Build-A-Bears that have been this year one of my most top Build-A-Bears in the world. They didn't make the top 5, some due to personal reasons, and others due to the fact that they're already on the video. So my first special is Flareon. Flareon was one of the Eevee evolutions that I bought. I bought him on the same day that I bought Amelia. And Blaze has been one of my early companions. He's actually what started the collection of Build-A-Bears that are now on my bed. And he has been my current companion throughout all of it. I have been collecting Pokemon ever since. He's been one of my most famous top all. And special number 2 is, of course, Carlos. You can take the mask off, Carlos. You don't need it right now, although it is going to be quite difficult to get it off your ears. Carlos, as you can see from his waistcoat, he has been my special needs bear ever since. He's been the reason I've been able to cope throughout my mental health, throughout all of this. Every time I feel a depression coming on, I either think of him. I've done a video of him giving a special message, which, don't stick your tongue out, Carlos, which he does, which I use at work when I'm having an attack at work, because obviously I can't bring Carlos with me. And he's one of the reasons why I haven't lost my temper that much this year. Every time, nice cuddle, and I feel so much better. So without further ado, my number 1 favourite Build-A-Bear of them all, and it was a hard contest, is, we now know him as Groger, but I introduced him by his original name of Baby Groot. Baby Yoda. I originally introduced him as Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda has been a fantastic companion ever since I bought him. He's been loved by all of my friends. A friend of mine has recently bought her own Baby Yoda, which at some point I've got to introduce her. When I popped to Build-A-Bear when it was open, it was to get the frog that Yoda eats and the little bowl which he uses, which I need to put a video on soon. Baby Yoda wins it hands down. He's too cute and too cuddly to not be in the top 5, and certainly to not be number 1. So that's my top 5 Build-A-Bears this year. There are more Build-A-Bears to come, including a special for this little one. So, from Baby Yoda and the rest of the family, thank you to Build-A-Bear for all of the toys that you've provided. They are absolutely fantastic. The quality has been good, and I know that any problems I can always go to them if needed. Thank you to everyone for watching so far. I hope you have enjoyed the calendars as it's been. I will have to go now and get some sleep because I've got to go and have some dinner as well. So, from me and the family, stay safe, stay well, keep the magic in your fingertips, and I'll see you again soon. Ciao for now.